Hello, my name is Rev Amanda Weatherspoon. I'm the Minister for Justice and Community Building at River Road Unitarian Universalist Congregation in Bethesda, so right next door down the street. Such an honor to be here, and I wanted to tell a little bit of a story around what really calls me to ministry and what calls me to this work. And for those, there are some people here from my congregation in the very back, some River Road folks. So you're going to hear this anecdote again, and you're going to hear it here first. So you're lucky. So, because it's ridiculous. So I'm a humanist. And as a humanist, I find great value in what we create together as humans. Those things that we create that become bigger than who we are, that last eternally, but that come from our hearts. And so in my opinion, one of those expressions is music and dance and culture and art. Something that I really love to do is find new ways to move, new ways of being expressive, new ways of being in the world and learning my community, as I've been here for about only a year. So one of the things I used to do when I lived in Oakland was I took this hip hop dance class. And it's been a long time since I've taken this hip hop dance class, so I decided to try it out again just about a month ago. So I walk into this dance class, and it is just me. I am literally the only one in this class. And it is me and the instructor, and I think this is gonna be awkward, Amanda, but just stick with it. Just stay in it. You're gonna get some personal instruction. So about 10 minutes go by, and he and I are doing these kind of awkward moves, and I think, okay, this is gonna be a sermon one day. You can stick in this and you can do it. Then 3 other people walk into the class about 15 minutes later. And these people seemed like they were gonna be rhythmically challenged to read between the lines. So here I am in my head thinking, okay, I'm gonna show these people up. Okay, I got this. And I'm following his movements and I'm watching the instructor because that's the kind of thing I'm used to. And I'm a musician, so I got the rhythm of 5, 6, 7, 8. I know how to follow very well, but then he says, time for freestyle. 5 rounds of freestyle, and let me tell you that these rhythmically challenged people humbled me this day. They were popping and locking and dropping and doing all of these things, and it came time for my turn. And I literally got in the middle of this circle and had forgotten how to move my body at all in the presence of these folks. And we had 5 rounds of this, and finally the instructor was like, something that they do in hip hop is they explore the motion of the letter C. So just make the letter C in your body with your arms or your head or your leg. And I went into the middle of this room and I literally tried to make a C with my foot and had no idea how to do it. I realized in that moment what that taught me was the value of being able to create from yourself and come alive in who you are. And that's what these movements need today. There's no doubt how many movements there are. There's no doubt that we all have a lot of information. We all have a lot of ways to explore this, and all of them are valid. And there's many ways that we enter into these spaces. What's important is that we bring our full selves, that we come with questions rather than only answers, that we make space for who we are in these moments and in these movements. It's so easy to get trapped in the idea that we have to come with perfection, that we aren't allowed to make mistakes, that we aren't allowed to explore, that we aren't allowed to change, that we aren't allowed to be wrong and to come together and try again. But that is the human experience. We talk about a beloved community in Unitarian Universalism, but it's not some moment or some place far off. It's what we create together. It's what we do together. As Howard Thurman says, don't ask what the world needs, ask what you need, and do that, because what the world needs is people who have come alive. So find your inspiration, find your hip hop class. Do something that calls to you, that stretches you, where you don't have to do it just like it's always been done. And stick with that and bring that spirit into the work that you do. Do that spirit. Have that spirit in the relationships that you cultivate and how you treat one another, and mostly how you treat yourself. Compassion, realness, honesty. Because change does not happen outside of these walls. That does not happen here first. What we do with each other matters. So go into the world and come alive. Be who you are, and know that that is what we need to really change this world. Thank you.